Hello and welcome to Red Deer, Alberta. You have the second series here in the Wolfpack Pathway series. The North squad receiving. They are in black with the South squad in the white, kicking off the second game. Early knock on for the South squad. Forcing the scrum here with the South or North put in. Looking to go out wide. Still in the hands of the North squad. But some quick pressure at the breakdown, forcing the turnover. And the South are going to go quick. That's Alberta. Knocking on the door of the tri-zone. South picking and driving from the breakdown. Another pick and drive. South squad continuing to push forward. Space to the right for the South, but they're continuing right close to the channel. It is held up. So no try for the South squad. But they were offside. North squad was offside on the breakdown here. So it's going to be a penalty for the South. Miller connecting with teammate Helen there. Once again, the South using the pick and drive. Now looking for the nail on the far side. Another held up opportunity. It'll be a goal line drop for the North. Into the hands of McEwen. McEwen's going to look to go out to that right-hand side. Lawal. Big collision on the far side. But now forcing the turnover is the North. And they're going to play quickly. They tap and go on the far side. Continuing to have those feet driving forward. And the North finally getting some ball in hand. Putting some phases together. Looking to come out wider now. Using the tip pass off the forwards. Now coming back to the left-hand side are the North. Knocked on there by the North, and now the South are going to have another attacking opportunity here. Looking for some space wider. Out the back they go, and a great pass by McEwen. This is Noel now. One-on-one with Manning now. Finally brought to the floor. Just cannot connect. That goes in behind. Still recovered by the South. Coming back to the left-hand side. Helen to Noel. Looking for that inside runner, McEwen, and McEwen is now stepping left, stepping right, and into the tri-zone she goes, just out of the reach, and she's going to open up our score here to make it 5-0. Manning putting that one up nice and high. Caught on the full there. South, first time they have been playing with ball in hand inside their half. Does look like we have somebody down from the South. South keeping possession on that far side after the stoppage of play. Salverda looking for connections on either side. Continue to go out the left-hand side and a pop inside. Continuing to go flow, looking for those inside runners. And it's lost in the breakdown. Amiot turning that one over, sending man on the run. Once again, another player down for the South. The North now stepping up, and they are in for their own try, making it 5-0 here. Or 5-5, they're tying it up. After about 10 minutes of play, score is tied, and a great turnover by Amiot in the breakdown, giving man some open space before finally finishing it right in the center of the field there. North squad putting the ball in, but it's stolen by the South. Helen doing the delivering from the back of the scrum. Noel connecting with Knight. Back to Noel. Looking for some support. Helen now, a strong ball runner. Advantage out for the South. And a little chip inside. It is recovered by the North, but it'll be brought back for the penalty. Miller with ball in hand. South squad looking to kick that one out of bounds. First line out of the game. Looking for the maul here. Trying to get forward momentum, but we're going to spin this one out to the backs. Some great pressure by the North. Now the South looking for some space, a little show and go, looking for that inside pop. It's going to go forward, though, off the shoulder of the South. Caught by the South, but forward off the shoulder there, so scrum for the North. Mann picking it off from the back of the scrum, bringing some players with her, opening up some space for the backs on the far side. And now off to the races go the North, but they are caught by the South. Ionides looking for some support, but just cannot connect with the hard run off the back of the ruck. Scrum for the North, or for the South. Out to the first receiver it goes. And a hard run from Noel, continuing to keep her feet driving. Continuing to use flow. Brantner connecting with Helen. That player-coach dynamic. Brantner being the coach for Helen down at the University of Lethbridge. Out to the right-hand side they go. Looks like it's turned over by the North now. So North with an attacking opportunity. Coming out to the right-hand side. Mann with a big run from the North. And Mann picks and goes from the back of the back of the line out there. Back of the line out, back of the ruck. And now out to the right-hand side they go. Offloaded before the tackle. North coming out to that left-hand side, fending off some defenders there, and keeping possession as the North are putting together the phases. Checking both sides, coming back to the right. Not rolling away is the call on the tackler. North catching a breath before setting everything back up. They've had the momentum for the last few minutes here. And now penalized for not releasing. Great work by the South to turn that one over. North with some great momentum. Great phases. Cannot capitalize though. South choosing to kick this one out of bounds. And out into touch it goes. Another line out. Last line out. They chose to go for the maul. We'll see what they look to do here. This time they go to their backs. Just out of the hands of Getty. Knocking it on there. So it'll be a scrum for the North squad. Man choosing to go to the left-hand side. Ionides was running around to the right, and it's stolen by Lawal. Godfrey taking that one into contact. And now South kicking this one out to the halfway mark. Recovered by the North. Jorgensen there. Gorgensen. Now out to the right. Man with ball in hand. Manning now looking to chip this one up and over. Knight with this pick up. Back to the right, back to the left. Teskey now. Passed off, unfortunate for the South. Turning that one over. Is Amiot able to make the tackle as there's no offside line. Advantage is over. Here goes the North. And this is a great pick by Ionides. And another pick. North now trying to put some space on the ball. Unable to connect though. And it's knocked on. We do have somebody from the South down. Time is off. Black line out. It was off the boot of white. North going to the middle of the line out. Bit of a miss pass to Manning. And so it's turned over, but then turned over once again as there's a knock on in the contact. Scrum for the North coming up. Big push from the South, but North stay in possession of the ball, looking to get this one wide. And wide they go, continuing to move up. And now penalty against the South. South moving backwards and North trolling up the field. A pick from the back of the ruck. Keeping that momentum moving forward. And another penalty called against the South. This time, North choosing to set something up here. North with some support off the first receiver. North checking which direction to go, and they're choosing to go to the left. Little step. And now continuing out to the left they go. Space is there. The overlap for this North. And a little step inside, and the North are going to take their first lead, 10-5. South kicking to their right. Caught cleanly by the North. Breaks through the first tackle. The North with that momentum moving forward. Man continuing to keep her feet driving. Pressure being put on by the South, but North keep possession. Went backwards, and a boot from the South, putting that one into touch. South once again trying to put some pressure on at the breakdown. North continuing to maintain possession at the moment. And broadcaster's curse on that one. Unfortunate knock on in the 9-10 connection there. Be a scrum for the South. Big scrum. The North putting the pressure on the South this time. South look for the switch. 10 choosing to keep that one. Quickly brought out, forcing Miller to make a decision. Lawal brought down. Now coming out to the right-hand side. North really trying to put the pressure on the South off the breakdown with their line speed. And they're forcing the turnover here, and now go the North with ball in hand. Garmin with a wonderful run, continuing to keep her feet moving, breaking multiple tackles. And now the momentum shifts into the North's hands. There's a massive overlap here. 4-man. Some quick hands into the hands of Gansky. Gansky finally brought down. And the tackler not rolling away forces the penalty, and man decides to quick tap. And another penalty, ball not out. Ionides going quickly, tap and go. Some great momentum shift by the North. And they are held up, though, in the try zone. Held up, meaning they weren't able to clearly touch the ball to the turf. Had something in between. So it'll be a goal line dropout for the South. Taken cleanly by the North. A little step back and forth, finding some space. Finally brought down. Now out to the right, go the North. A little show and go. Bringing some defenders with her. Now man, once again, picking and driving from the back of the ruck. Looks like the North is going to come to that left-hand side. Little tap inside. And this time there is no held up call. The North get a 10-point lead, making it 15-5 as we get closer and closer to halftime. caught by the North on the far side. And now here goes the tip line. Now looking for some space on the right-hand side, choosing to go to the back, out the back. The overlap is there, 2v1 here. Cannot connect though. Possession still with the North. And that one is a knock on by the North. We'll have a scrum here for the South. Out the back, that one goes. Lawal on the far side. Held up. South able to support each other in the breakdown. Helland brought down. Bit of a bouncing ball on the turf. Coming back to the right-hand side. A little chip in the back. I believe that's McEwen who put that one in. She's on the chase. North forced into that back corner, nowhere to go. Going with the forward pod. And another forward pod off of a hard runner. And now choosing to go out the back, looking for that clearance kick right into Knight's hands. She's going to come to that left-hand side. She does have support on the far side. She's going to use it into the hands of Noelle. And no mistake on the finish by the South. Her able to find the try zone and make it 15-10. Excellent heads-up play by Knight to find some open space for her teammates to successfully get to the try zone. Putting that one into the hands of Noelle, and that's going to go straight out of bounds. So it's going to come back. So straight out on the full means we're going to come back to where Noelle kicked that one. See a line out for the North. 3 minutes till we reach the halftime. Continuing to move up the field forward are the North. Now going to look for some space out to the left. Out the back they go, and a hard runner to the 13. Overlap is there, but cannot connect with the support on the outside. I believe it's turned over by the South. Getty with the run for the South. And now straight back to the first receiver, who's going to look for touch. Does not successfully get it out there. And now Manning looking for her own counterattack. Does have Gansky on her outside. Salverda and Gansky brought down. Bit of a miss pass, a bit of a soccer play there. Didn't touch her hand, so it will be a chip. But it does go out. South coming to that right-hand side. And a great offload from McEwen, and unfortunate for the South. Lawal cannot stay in bounds. Gonna have a line out here for the North. You heard it here. This is the last play of the half. And that will conclude our first half. The North lead 15-10. Second half, here we go. The North kicked it off to the South. Knight, with her shifty feet back and forth. Still in possession for the South. Doesn't look like there's been a lot of substitutions made for either squad. And now looking to go in deep are the South, but it's caught cleanly by Manning. And now it's chipped back by the North. Miller with the recovery. Finds Helen right in front of us here. Lawal stepping back and forth. Ruck has been formed. And now out to the tip pass it goes for the South. South with that momentum moving forward. Looking to go out the back. Brantner to Noel, and Noel with a show and go, and she's off to the races. Connecting with her support, but still caught short before the try line. Excellent run from Noel. And it's advantage now for the South, or for the North. For the knock on there. So knocked on by the South. Possession to the North. And now North kicking that one to the center of the field. Bouncing ball, but it is recovered by Knight. A step back inside. And brought down to the ground. Out to the right comes Miller. Looking for Bateman. Now continuing to go to the flow side. Getty with some quick hands to Helen. Helen looking for Lawal. But it's knocked on by the South. We'll have a scrum here for the North. Scrum for the North. And a pick from Manning, from Man, I should say, connecting with the inside center after attacking the 10. Bit of a messy ball back into the hands of Man. Great clean out by the North. Coming out to the right-hand side. Trying to get hands on in the breakdown is Miller, but steps out. And penalized for not rolling away are the South. North choosing to go quickly. A little bit of a chip once again into the hands of Knight. And Knight quite dangerous with some space. She's chipping it herself. This one might roll all the way out. No, it's going to bounce back. And Kate Knight is in for her own try. That's her second counterattack try. Making something out of the counterattack. First one in the first half right before halftime. Able to find some space connecting with Danny, who finds the back of the try zone. This time she does it herself with a little chip and chase and a wonderful bounce for her. She ties it up here and makes it 15 all in the second half. That one finding some space on the pitch and some great pressure by the North. Out to the backs and a little bit of a switch here for the North. North fired up after that try from the South, wanting to take the lead once again, and a great backwards push by the South. North choosing to go to the right-hand side off the pick and drive. Do believe we have a player down here for the North. So we'll have medical attention come onto the field. North putting that one in. Looking to spin this one wide. Attacking those far channels. Offloads there, but just unable to connect, and that's going to go out of bounds. Line out for the South. That one goes over the hands of the intended target, Salverda. Out to the left. Go the South. Trying to keep that momentum going. A loop play. But a knock on there by the South means we'll get a scrum for the North. North in a wonderful attacking area. Have about 30 minutes remaining in the second half. Stolen by the South. Helen now, ball in hand, connects with Teskey. Teskey's on the far side. Stepping back and forth, one defender to beat, and that she does. And Teskey with the full field sprint to take back the lead for the South, 20-15. That one goes out of bounds. Miller coming out to the right-hand side. McEwen now connecting with Lowell. Lost that one forward. Big drive here. North out the back once again, looking to get some space on this one. And it's knocked on by the North. Scrum for the South coming up. Some subs coming in. Subs in for a couple changes here, actually. Helen coming out to the right-hand side, looking to go out the back to Newton. Big hit there. Bit of a miss pass. Lawal stepping back inside. Brought down, but loses it in contact. And it's a turnover for the North. Looks like it's stolen by Brantner in the breakdown. Now out to the left-hand side. Go the North, or go the South. Once again, ball possession for the South. Becoming a bit of an issue, losing the ball in contact. Got to protect it. Player is down for the North, so we'll just have a quick moment here with medical staff on the field. Scrum for the North. Coming back to the left-hand side. Great tight runner. High tackle advantage. Did not come through the mark. Gonna have that one reset at the mark. North setting it up off of Ionides. North still driving those legs forward. Coming to the left-hand side. Bit of a show and go. Right in front of the camera here. Now coming back out to the right. Up it goes from Manning. Bit of a bouncing ball, but scooped up by Knight. And this one is going to stay in bounds. Teskey trying to put some soccer skills into play. Bit of a body check there. And playing it on the ground against the South. So now the North, quick tapping. Now out the back, go the North. Just a ball above the winger's hands there. So having a jump, losing that momentum. Now back to the right-hand side they go. Leave offside on the far side over there. It's quick tapped by Man. Now out to the left they go. Continuing with the flow. Out wide. Line speed still coming up from the South. Not making much ground on that one. Now continuing to go to the flow. Man thought she saw something back to the right. Brought down. Turned over by the South, and now the South moving forward. Leg drive, breaking through the tackles, brought down now. To left-hand side they go, picking and driving. Trying to get hands on it was Manning. Coming back to the right now. Trying to look for some speed. Newton. Emma Cook, I believe. Now into the hands of Kate Knight with the ankle tap, able to get the offload from the ground. Knight looks like she's in a bit of pain from the ankle tap. Now coming back to the right is Miller. Support able to get there for the South to maintain possession. Looking for the pick and drive. And another pick and drive advantage for offside. Coming to the right. Space is there. Just unable to keep ball in hand. It's turned over, so we're going to come back to the penalty for offside. Miller setting it up for the South. Options on either side, choosing to go to Helland on her right. Now coming back to her left-hand side, Bateman. Space is there on the left-hand side. Bit of a bouncing pass off the shins and now recovered by the North. We're just going to double check some scores. What we've done, because we haven't had any posts, if they score inside the box, inside the try zone, they get 7 points. If it is outside, they get 5. So it's 22-19, still in favor of the South. So we'll just make a quick update on that. Now a big kick here from Manning over the head of Knight. So as we mentioned, a change in score as if they score inside the box in the try zone, it is 7, and if they score outside of it, they only get the 5. About 15 minutes remain in the second half, in the second game of the Pathway Series here in Alberta. Out to the left-hand side, go the South. Another held up call called against the South. I believe that's their second, maybe even third possibly held up call. Wonderful job by the North to get something underneath, stopping the try from occurring. Manning with the goal line drop into the hands of Knight, looking for some space wide. McEachran Shields. Now into McDonald's hands. She stops, stutters back inside, keeping herself in bounds. And now out into Cook's hands. Newton Cook. A little pop pass off of that one into Helen's hands. Support there for the South. And the momentum keeps going out to the Flow hand side. Teskey now stepping back inside. Looking for her second try, and not rolling away is the call against the North. South choosing to slow this one down. Miller tapping it. And in for another try. That'll be 5 for the South. Believe it is Kochuk scoring that one. Inside center, turned front row. Caught by Kochuk. Now out to the left. Bateman connecting with Bangora. But penalized for not releasing. And now the North is on the attack. North continuing down that shorthand side. For now coming to the open side on the left. Trying to get this one spread out a little bit wider, looking for some space. And now coming back to the right. Riesling with the quick tip. Have a call from one of the assistant referees on the sideline. Penalty against the South. And to the right-hand side they go. Riesling with a tight pop off of somebody off the hip. Making some extra meters. And then continuing to go to the right flow side. South looking for some pressure in the breakdown. Unable to turn it over. Bouncing ball, and it's scooped up by the North. Looking for that tight runner. Looping play around. Looking for some quick hands, but not really moving forward. Went backwards. Noel with the pressure for the South. Ionides testing her luck with Helland. White caught inside, having to roll away is the call, but I think she's pinned in there. And Manning putting a high one up for her teammates out wide on the right. Penalty, not rolling away, is called. Excellent heads up play by Manning. Noticing that she has the advantage from the breakdown. For the South, not rolling away. Onides coming to the left. Bit of a miss pass. Picked up by Manning. Just quickly brought down by the South. A little show and go from Riesling. Finding some extra little meters here. And another pick from the North. Riesling doing the delivering duties from the back of the rock. And this one's going out wide. North coming out to the left-hand side. Support is there, but not fast enough, and a held-on call is called against the North. Newton Cook looking for touch. Touch she finds. About 3 minutes remaining. Bateman throwing it in for the South. Into Salverda's hands. Kekron Shields now. Finding Eagleton. Some space for McDonald. Finding a gap. Was looking for the offload. Didn't realize she had the space in front of her. Slowed down her feet. Caught by the North. Great job by Kenzie McEachran Shields there. And then drop ball. Thought that was knocked on by the North, but not quite. North now, ball in hand, 3 minutes remaining. Each team looking to empty the tank. And the North putting a little chip in. Teskey picking it up for the South. Now North on the defense. South trying to get that momentum back. Slowing things down. Now looking to pin the North in deep is Newton Cook, and that is exactly what happens. But they're going to turn the ball over as it was touched by the North. And so it'll be a South line out with about 2 minutes left. Bateman once again throwing it in. Maul is the call for the South. Momentum is moving forward for the South. They're getting that Maul driving closer to the try line. Couple more inches and they are in, and the South get an extra 5 points. And that is it. That is all. The South are going to take it 32 to 19 in our second matchup. So 32-19 is the final score. Coming up next, we will have the next game coming up in Edmonton from March 22nd. That is when we will have our next game. So March 22nd up in Edmonton. I believe it is a morning game, 11 a.m. at Foot Field.